Welcome to the Jaybefaunt channel. This is a special broadcast. Good to see all of you here on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be a really good one. Of course, you guys see from the thumbnail what we're going to be talking about, as well as what we're going to be doing today. I am very happy to have this beautiful day once again come this time of year. And of course, it is all about mutual aid. And so I am glad to see all of you joining me. Oh my gosh, my camera. So hello, everybody. Good to see you with me today. So we're going to be talking about mutual aid. Today is Rome's birthday. He will be calling in a few minutes. And so I would like to just get the intros out of the way, just to get, things going, and also get to say hello to everybody who's joining me on this stream this afternoon. So we're going to come in and start off with Purple Philosophy coming in and saying, happy birthday to you, comrade. Wish you were here. Kate Max says, JB, so glad you're doing this. Of course. Good to see you. CBC Voter says, happy Thursday, JB and Rome. All right, great to see you. Nikki's World coming in saying, happy birthday, Rome. Yep, thank you so much. Purple Philosophy, I need to send a birthday card. Daughter wants to help me with it. I think it's on his girlfriend's Twitter, I think. So I know she had put his address there. I'm trying to see. Let me check to see. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see exactly where the address. But in regards to this, mutual aid is something that is very close to the hearts of all of us, right? Because we all know that, nobody's going to save us. Only we can save us. And so this is something I think that's really important, is that we do our best to help each other out, because we know for a fact that this government's not going to. This government has continued to do horrible things as far as, not assisting us with, not even assisting us, doing what the government should do. And so that's one of the biggest issues. Trying to see. He actually can get emails, which is interesting. When I found that out, I was just like, what? Yeah. I'll get that in a little bit. But yes, good to see all of you here. And I know it's... Hang on. Let me share my screen. All right. So it says smartinmate.com. Case number is 202-429-1836FH. So this is from last year in December. So if you guys would like to, I'll put that also in the chat, just in case you guys want to type him up an email. So you should be able to get that. But yes, definitely, if you can, I think he appreciates things like that. Let me see. Kime says, "Good afternoon, JB. Good to see you as well." Yes, it is his birthday today. Today is January 16th. So yes. Rondo says, "Peace, peace, peace, fam. Good to see you, Rondo." Maybe I shouldn't have had all that rice. I ate before. Radical Education says, "Happy birthday to Comrade Rome." Yes, definitely. Miguel coming in saying, "Peace. Good to see you, Miguel." Official People's Party says, "Purple to the core." Are you Prince? Jed's mom says, "Happy birthday, Rome. Good to see you in here as well." Cobra Commander says, "Me, hello, Rome. There is a map. Be there at 6 a.m. Oh my goodness. You guys are funny. Let me see. Who else? All of you guys are in the chat saying hello. Oh, Californian says, "Hey Jay, happy birthday to my brother." Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday to him. Wait, I missed yours. I'm sorry. Californian, I missed yours. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because it didn't go live yet and you were one of the first ones. That's probably what it was. All right. There was another one that I wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, Purple Philosophy says, "I haven't heard his voice for a while. Looking good." Yes, I have the address. Okay, good. You have the address. Good. MAP is Mutual Aid Project. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you very much for clarifying. Yeah. All right. So there's a couple things with them that I want to talk about in the news, because I want to get his thoughts on it. I definitely want to get his thoughts on the whole TikTok situation and how that has flipped on the heads of the people in power. That's going to be a really interesting situation, right? Especially how I want to make sure I get the name of the site right. Zhao Hongshu. I gotta work on my Chinese. Sorry, but I want to get his thoughts on, because I don't think he knows about Zhao Hongshu yet. I kind of told him a little bit about it yesterday, but I didn't really divulge. But I want to get his thoughts. He's probably going to bust out laughing, which I expect. And then also something actually recently happened with Anthony Blinken, which I want to get his thoughts on that as well, because that was crazy. If you guys are on Twitter, y'all know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, boy, I'm telling you, fascism, it's here. It's been here. Woo! I'm telling you guys, it's getting intense. And also in regards to the ceasefire, which I'm starting to hear underpinnings of Netanyahu trying to undermine the ceasefire late in the game before they actually get a chance to exchange anybody. That also is something I think that needs to be discussed. And so I want to get, I want to get that also question, some question, some answers from him. Let me also see about this. Hang on. because I'm waiting for his phone call. He should be calling in a minute because I told him 15 minutes. All right. So soon as my phone rings, I'm picking it up. All right. Let's go back to the chat just for a second. Chet's mom says Rome is a Capricorn fitting since he is the GOAT. Oh, speaking of which, hello. Hello, hello.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
All right, good to hear you. Good to hear your voice.
Good to be on. Good to talk to you, man. I've been holding it down, same old. Ain't nothing really too much change out there, so.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to you. Everybody's in the chat saying happy birthday right now.
Thank y'all so much for the birthday wishes. And I want to say thank you to everybody who contribute to Thor for the Poor. As of right now, we have people out there on the ground giving away coats, jackets, blankets, everything that we promised. We got soup, chicken soup, tomato soup. We got grilled cheese sandwiches. We got the community coming together. So I wanted to thank everybody who put it together and made it possible. I couldn't do this without you guys. And just need to, we are showing people that this is an actual movement. Because it don't stop with one monkey goes down. When one pony goes down, the race still goes on. So even though I'm locked away, we still have people like RBN holding it down. We still have people like Tour for the Poor holding it down. People in the Care Party still holding it down. And we're going to continue to keep this movement moving. Thank you all for the birthday wishes.
Yeah, definitely. So you just turned 21?
I wish, man. I'm 33 today, man. I'm catching up with you.
You got the double threes on me, man. Okay, that's what's up. Oh yeah. So less jumping up out of the bed as soon as you wake up and more cricks in your knees, right?
Man, my knees, my back, my neck, and my back.
My neck. No, let me not sing it. We gotta be behaved. We're being recorded. I gotta have fun with you, man, whenever we get on the phone.
Oh yeah. Man, I miss your ass so much, bro. I miss that shit.
Yeah. So one of the things that I wanted to do was, okay, so I got all the links to the Tour for the Poor on scrolling at the bottom of the screen, so that if they want to continue to contribute today to help out a little bit more, they can do that. But one of the things I wanted to do actually was talk to you about a couple things that has been recently in the news today. You down for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So as of recently, of course, the TikTok ban is supposed to be happening on the 19th. So in 3 days, the TikTok ban is supposed to take effect. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And so, with that being said, a whole lot of people actually have been speaking about. Um, a whole lot of people have been speaking about the issue regarding. There's a new website that a lot of people are flocking to, and the new website is a Chinese website. Um, and it's called Xiaohongshu, or also known as Red Note. Now, the thing about Red Note is that it is a play of words off of the Little Red Book from Mao. I told you he would laugh. Yeah. So millions are now interacting with actual people in China and getting all the propaganda is being debunked in real time from actual Chinese citizens on that social media app.
Oh man, that is something that they did not count for, and one thing that they can't control. But more likely they're going to be coming after that also.
After the beep, please say your voice key passphrase. Sorry, your bye.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I apologize about that. Oh, and one thing, when I call back in, you don't have to wait for her to say press 1. You can just press 1 when you answer.
okay.
But man, that is what's up. I love that. People are actually, staying in contact with, getting in contact with new people and people from different countries and whatnot. But what I want to talk about is us being us relying too much on the internet. Yes, the internet is a great place for us to connect. If it wasn't for the internet, RBN wouldn't even be a thing right now. But the internet is just a piece of the puzzle that connects us all. And I feel like us as a generation has been relying on the internet so much that we can't even interact with humans in real life. I don't know if you guys have ever met anybody that you met on the internet in the real world, and they're nothing like their persona on the internet. They are way more shy, or they don't know how to interact like how they usually would on the interwebs. I believe it is good that people are saying fuck Facebook, fuck Instagram. Yes, but you gotta remember, we don't own no Red Note either. Who's to say that they won't, give in to the government wants and needs? Who's to say that they won't sell out? And we don't own these things, and it can always be a blackout. It can always be a shutdown. It's always going to be something that stops us from connecting with one another. And what me and JB was speaking about yesterday was this is a war on information. They don't want us connecting with each other. And the best thing to do is, use these internets to connect with one another. Use the internet as a piece of the puzzle to connect with one another, but also get y'all asses out here on the streets, because this is one thing that they cannot control is us connecting with each other on the streets. We own the streets, we own the alleyways, we own the parks. This is our domain, and I know people are gonna come at me like, well, some people are disabled and they need it. Yes, there are people that's gonna need the internet, but we can't rely on it too much. And if you need examples of people doing a damn thing, look at our past leaders who didn't even have the internet, like the Black Panthers, the Young Lords, the Five Percenters, whether you believe in what they believe in or not, the Israelites. All of them has done it without the help of the internet, and they have got millions of people out here on the ground. They connected with hundreds of thousands of people from state to state, and they did all of this without the internet. So don't become too reliant on these applications, because there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something in the way, of us getting this information out. And maybe we need to go back old school. Maybe we need to go back to print. Maybe we need to go back and go back to newspapers and magazines and stuff like that. Something that we can control with our own hands and our own and put our own thoughts into it. So yes, it is great that people are going to another application, but I believe it's just another band-aid that y'all are putting over the wound that is gaping, gushing blood. So I love that people are being resistance. Long live the resistance. Don't rely too much on the internet, because even if they can't control the application, they can control our electricity, electric grids, and whatever it may be. There's always going to be a war on information as long as it's on that internet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. And one of the things I wanted to also add to your point is that, it's just like, for instance, back in the day, we used to have snail mail, right? Did we just send each other letters and associate through letters? Or was it actually, outside of sending each other letters, we actually got on the ground and did what we need to do as far as helping out our communities? So internet is just more of a more convenient, faster form of that. So I think it's the best thing for us as a tool to use in order to get out there. For instance, people, the people who I've met who are part of the Orlando chapter, if I had never took my goofy behind over to that, that coffee shop and sat there and put out the invitation, then I would not know the people who I know now. And we would not be able to do, the collaborations with other mutual aid groups in Orlando that we're doing now. So that's one of the beautiful parts about it, is that it's a tool to lead you to where you need to go as far as doing more for your community. Like, for instance, you could have put out the message for Tour for the Poor, but it doesn't do any good until you're actually out there. And all those times you went out there and you went to different states.
Yep. And going to different states, different cities, meeting all these different people from different walks of life. Yes, the internet definitely helped us grow, but being on the ground keeps us alive. Because no matter how many Twitter pages I had, they can always take them away. So I don't try to rely on them too much.
Yeah, definitely. And in doing so, it also opens you up to more community, just in case if something happens, if something goes down, and it could be just a natural disaster. It could be something, that we may not foresee. But then it's like, that's when community can come together, because we actually know each other in real life.
That's what they want. They want us to be, lazy. They want us to be lazy. They want us to rely on the internet. They want us to, just sit and soak it in and soak in this, So by the time we actually meet and talk to people, we don't know how to, like, these generations up under us.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
I'm gonna call you back in a bit, but these generations up under us, they want them to be lazy and rely on the internet so much that they won't know how to react. They won't know how to interact with other human life. But us as this generation, our generation, JB, we have to be the leaders. You know, we have to show them, like, yes, like you said, this is a tool, and it's a great tool. It's a great tool to have, but it's not, you know, the end of, and it's not the beginning. It's just a piece of the puzzle, and yeah, we can't rely on this because we don't own it, we don't control it. Maybe if we created a co-op and, you know, took over the internet, maybe so. But until then, I don't believe that it is. I don't believe that it's gonna be like.
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
I'm gonna call you right back. But yeah, it's very important to have, but it's not the only tool in our box. It's not the most important tool in the box. The most important tool in the box is your tongue. But you know, I will call you right back.
Okay. Unfortunately, they only give you about 15-minute increments to be able to call. And so that's why, you know, that it's almost like this message will self-destruct in 2 minutes. You know, that's what it sounds like. But yeah, the point, you know, he was making was very valid, especially, you know, we don't own these things. And so therefore, it's important for us to really just hone in on our face-to-face interactions. And I know it can be kind of hairy for some of us because we're kind of introverted. But at the same time, I think that the important point is really to just do what we can in building our community. And look, it's the old African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to maintain a human. And how do we maintain each other if we're not associating with each other? How are we maintaining each other if we don't build that community? It's anti-human. Interactions with each other, face-to-face interactions, that's what's kept us alive. Cooperation, collaboration, that's what's kept us alive for thousands of years. You think that it's going to change since we have a little bit of technology? No. And so I think that's, you know, the part that is absolutely necessary. Hello.
An inmate of the Oakland County Jail. Three-way or call waiting is not allowed, and they automatically disconnect this call. This call is also subject to being recorded or monitored, except for privileged communications between attorney and client. Please select from the following options. If you consent to this call being recorded, and to accept this call, dial 1 now. To reject, your call has been accepted.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. Yeah, when some of these calls, they interrupt you in the middle of them. It's just so rude.
Yeah, it's very, very rude. But yeah, one of the things I was telling the audience was that, you know, face-to-face interaction, being in community with each other is what kept us alive for thousands of years.
Yes.
You know, and
yes, it did, you know.
Yeah. And, you know the old African proverb where it says it takes a village to raise a child. Where I said it takes a village to maintain a human being.
Oh, yeah. Preach, man. You
preaching. Yeah. You know, it's just that, you know, and that's why in for a lot of people, you know, they may not be able to get out as much as they can. But my thing is just do a little bit more today than you did yesterday. That's all.
And do what you can. You know, it is not a competition. This is it's not a competition, you guys. We don't have to do more than the next person. We just have to do something for the next person. So whatever you can do, whatever you can bring to the table, bring that to the table. Nobody's asking you to be the next Malcolm X. Nobody's asking you to be the next Marcus Garvey. You know, we're just asking you to be you and bring what you got to the table. You know, and I know, you know, that's easy for me to say because I'm able-bodied and I can get out here and do this and do that. But look at me. I'm in jail right now. I'm in jail right now, and I'm able to still be able to be a part of my community, still be able to reach out to you guys, and there's always something that you can do. There's always somebody that you can connect to the next person, and you never know. I have met a guy named Sean, who was facing the same charges as me. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it or not, but he has been in contact with the care party. He's supposed to be out there with the people right now, so, this is how we keep it going. This is how we keep our community alive. This is how we keep one another alive. Like I said, it's not a competition. We're just here for the people. We're just doing what we can while we can. And, saying take advantage of the time that you have, because we don't live that long. I wish we did live to be 100, 200, 300 years old. We don't. So take advantage of your youth. Take advantage of the time that you have, because it could be taken away from you, and not only just, through death, but through incarceration. They can take away your time. And in many ways, your time can be taken away. So just pace yourself, give yourself grace. Don't look over the shoulder of the next man. Don't look over and say, "Oh, dang, he's doing this. I need to do this. I need to do that." Like, you don't need to do anything but be yourself. Bring what you have. And I guarantee it always happens like this. People don't pace themselves, and then when they get out there on the ground, and the people be like, "Thank you for just doing this." Then take a breath, and you're like, "Oh God, I didn't have to do all that. I could have just did some sandwiches. I could have just did, whatever the hell it may be. They just want some help. They're not asking you to, end homelessness. That's not going to happen with the little help that we do have. So just pace yourself, give yourself grace, and bring what you have. Because we all we got. And I believe that's more than enough.
Yeah. And, I said this a few days ago where I said sometimes you could just be a good listener, and that can help people. But you got to be out there in order to, let people know that you're there to listen. Maybe you're somebody like Ron Placone that can tell jokes, that can lift people's spirits who are doing the fight. Maybe you're somebody that knows how to bake pies, probably really good at making that dough nice and flaky, especially when the vanilla ice cream soaks it up so nicely. That good vanilla ice cream, the one with the little specks of vanilla inside. Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
With the caramel on top.
Oh yeah, like we said.
Mm-hmm. Where it cools off the piece of apple, because the apple's so hot that it feels like lava when it hits your tongue. But you got that little bit of ice cream that just cools it off just slightly. Oh. Sorry, my big back self just got a little excited there. My apologies.
You went into full detail, but I hear you, man. Baking pie for the community. You know what I'm saying? You know how to bake cakes. Bake cake for the people. But whatever you got, man, I guarantee they're gonna accept it. This is not a fucking rapid race. This is not a rapid race, man. We just need you. We just need you to be you. And it's gonna take some time, of course.
Yep.
But hey, look, we got time. We done made time. We done did so much dumb shit with our youth. I know I have. I know I've done some dumb things that I wish I could take back, but I can't. So with the time that I have right now, I'm going to spend it connecting people. I'm going to spend it helping people. I'm going to spend it wisely, because the people need the time that we can't afford to give right now.
Absolutely. Do you would it be okay for us to talk about what's going on in Gaza?
Yeah. We can talk about anything except for my case.
Okay.
We can talk about anything.
Okay. So I'm I wanted to share this. I'm going to try to play it as loud as I can for you to hear. But there was a press briefing at the State Department between Antony Blinken and the press. And there is a gentleman, Sam Husseini. He is a reporter. And this was actually shared. Actually, I think this was recorded by Ryan Grimm while they were at the State Department briefing. And Sam Husseini is sitting there quietly. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of what happened before. So Ryan Grimm says, just before this, Husseini asked Blinken about the Hannibal Directive, Israeli doctrine that says it's better to, I'm going to purse my words carefully, off an Israeli rather than allow them to be taken hostage. And Blinken said he would answer questions later. And then there was a back and forth with the State Department.
Please say your voice key passphrase. I'm sorry, you're...
He's going to call back. I think he hanged up. And it always happens like right in the middle. I'm just waiting for him to call back. Yeah, purple philosophy. The problem is that happens right in the middle. And so if it doesn't, it keeps going. Please enter your voice key and passphrase. Please enter your voice key and passphrase. And I'm like, the crazy part, it just gets on my nerves. And if you don't say it exactly like the way you originally said it, with the right voice inflections, then it doesn't happen. Hello.
An inmate of the Oakland County Jail. Three-way or call waiting is not allowed, and they automatically disconnect this call. This call is also subject to being recorded or monitored, except for privileged communications between attorney and client. Please select from the following options. If you consent to this call being recorded, and to accept this call, dial 1 now. To reject it, your call has been accepted.
All right, welcome back. Okay.
I was like, damn, then they did it. Like, shit.
Yeah, I have to keep doing it over and over because they it's like they want the same voice inflection, tone, cadence, everything, and I'm just like,
no, that's for me. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. That's for me. They do that to make sure I'm not being extorted.
oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay. No, it's all good. But back to what I was saying. So apparently, so he asked about the Hannibal Directive and about would it be, basically the Hannibal Directive saying that they would get rid of Israelis rather than allow them to be taken hostage. And then Blinken told him that they would answer questions later. There was a back and forth. And she said that she will wait to ask her questions. And then Matt Miller told him he wouldn't answer Sam's questions. And Sam told her to go away and added, "I'm not a potted plant." Then the security came and it led to what you see above. And it didn't record the earlier part, but I didn't think it would lead to this kind of removal. So I'm going to share this. And I hope you can hear, but let me share my screen for everybody to see because I apologize. I'm more focused on the phone than I am on the stream. My apologies. So let me make sure to pause so I can get it right at the beginning.
In my pocket, the names of those who have been arbitrarily hostage, and bringing them home, returning them to their families, returning to their loved ones. Finally,
so you have two police officers that are surrounding Sam, and he's an older gentleman, but they're both surrounding him and they're whispering into his ear.
Get your hands off me. 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 Answer a damn question. Do you know about the Hannibal Directive? Do you know about Israel's nuclear weapons? Everybody from the ICJ. I was sitting here quietly, and now I'm being manhandled by 2 or 3 people. You pontificate about a free press. You pontificate about a free press. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. You are hurting me. I'm asking questions after being told by Matt Miller that he will not answer my questions until I ask him questions.
Wasn't the
point of the May 31st statement to block the ICJ orders? You blocked the ICJ orders.
Please, sir, respect the process.
Oh, respect the process. Respect the process. Well, everybody from Amnesty International. From Amnesty International to the ICJ saying that Israel's doing genocide and extermination. You're telling me to respect the process. Criminal, why aren't you in the Hague? Why aren't you in the Hague? Why aren't you in the Hague?
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Yeah. And the crazy part is they're carrying him out by his arms and legs.
Oh.
They carried that older gentleman out by his arms and legs while he was just sitting there quietly trying to answer questions. And they didn't even want him to ask his questions. This is a journalist within the United States.
But that goes to show the
After the beep, please say your voice key passphrase.
You got it.
That goes to show how much freedom we have in the press. I should say, just answering a simple question and trying to hold your government accountable can get you dragged out by your arms and legs. Like, this is ridiculous that we even have to go to these lengths to ask these questions. But this is what's going to happen, and nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Not people who can get the press passes to the White House. Not the people that's on the internet. Not your Twitter page. Not your Facebook page. Nobody is safe. When you trying to hold these people accountable for being war criminals, for killing, for land grabbing, for colonization, this is what happens. And we are in a time where, they are really like doubling down. Like, the U.S. Armed Fist is really punching down. It's really, really punching down on people, and they are showing their might. They are showing their power. Not only is the U.S. afraid of the people, they can't have these questions being asked, because if one person asks, then the next person asks, and it's going to be a whole shebang. So it's best to keep, some certain things in a hush hush. Even Ronald Reagan knew this. This is why they wanted to control our media. Hillary Clinton even said this not even too long ago. She said that they have to keep control on media. But this is just the start. Once we start seeing a resistance movement, and not just I apologize, because we do have resistant movements out there. The Houthis, we have Hamas and other resistance groups out there. speaking about like other countries coming together and actually, hitting back, it's going to be very hard to get these questions answered. So this is just the start. This is just the start.
Yeah, and so that's going to be big in the news for the next day or two. I didn't realize that the journalist was actually following me on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I wasn't following him back, and I felt so bad. I was like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm not following this guy." So I fixed that real quick. But yeah.
Shout out to him, man. Hopefully he's doing well. Hopefully, they didn't send the Secret Service to spy him and his family. I'm pretty sure they are. But
hope not.
Yeah.
He's just doing his job as a journalist. I mean, he's just asking the questions that need to be asked.
Yep, man. That's what happens. You do your job in the government and be like, yeah, get him up out of here.
Yeah.
He's asking the wrong questions. You know what I'm saying? We don't want people thinking. We don't want people thinking. We just need people to nod their head in agreement. That's it. They don't want thinkers. They don't want a smart proletariat, as Ronald Reagan would say.
Yeah, and there has been recent developments, so I'm not sure if you heard, but a ceasefire has been reached in Gaza.
Yeah, I had seen that on Fox News. I don't believe it.
Well,
I don't believe it.
Apparently, it is actually true. But people like Nick and Sabby, they're withholding. They're cautiously optimistic. I mean, there were celebrations in Gaza yesterday over it. And then this guy, Netanyahu's proxy named Iris Siegel, he said that we're the first to pay a price for Trump's election. He said the deal is being forced upon us. We thought we'd take control of northern Gaza, that they'd let us impede humanitarian aid. And so now what's going on is something different, where people like Netanyahu is trying to change the deal last minute. And so now he's trying to undermine Trump, which my question is Trump going to have the guts to rein Netanyahu in, or is he going to just let Netanyahu walk all over him just like Biden did?
I believe the latter. I believe, they're going to let Benjamin do what he wants. He's been doing it for, down there generations now. Like, what is going to change, And to say, there's a ceasefire. Okay, we have a ceasefire in Palestine. After hundreds of thousands are killed, this is why I don't celebrate it, because it's already the oldest people there are like 25 to 30, and now we have over hundreds of thousands dead. They are misplaced. We have sent them to Jordan, sent them to all these different countries throughout the Middle East, and now people are going to praise Trump for a ceasefire, which hey, who else is there to kill? So this is why I don't celebrate it, and I don't believe them when they say a ceasefire, quote unquote, because they're still going to continue to kill. They're still going to continue to land grab. Are they going to stop them from selling their land, like beachfront property? Are we going to have rules and regulations? Are Trump going to put rules and regulations on any of that? And even if it was a ceasefire, that's great. But we got to go step by step with this. We need treaties. You know what I'm saying? We need land treaties, peace treaties. We need to, get the IOF, the IDF. We need to get these American mercenaries in boots that was on the ground out there. We need to hold people accountable. People have to be held accountable. They have to go to prison for the war crimes. They have to go to prison for killing these kids knowingly. knowingly killing kids, knowingly droning kids. You know, it was a lot of bloodshed. I wasn't in jail that long. We have been reporting on this for years now. You know, and yeah, a ceasefire is great, but what is the next step? The next step is land grab.
Yep.
That is the next step, because colonizers are always going to colonize. And if you tell me, you know, one thing, I'm going to believe the other, because more than likely that is the truth. You know, I hate to be not, you know, I hate to be like that guy, like a downer or a fucking doomer, whatever the fuck y'all call it. But the reality is, America and BlackRock, Vanguard, all of these powerful people who want this land, all of these powerful people who want that oil, they just don't go away with a ceasefire.
No, this is why I say this is why we switched it from ceasefire to arms embargo. And as if they weren't willing to do an arms embargo, then a ceasefire wouldn't mean a thing to the rest of us.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
And so one of the things that I think that was really a good point from Savvy the other night was she said that they might agree to, like, Netanyahu might agree to do some of the things, but he's going to keep on trying to take over the West Bank and push settlements at the very least.
At the very least, this is what this been the mission, you know, to take over Palestine and, you know, call it Israel, kill the natives there and replace them with people from New Jersey and New York. So, you know, yes, a ceasefire is good only in name. A ceasefire is good only in name because there are hundreds of thousands of people that is misplaced and hundreds of thousands of people that are already dead. You know, so I know a lot of Republicans are going to be giving.
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
Going to be giving Trump a victory and telling him to take his victory lap, but there's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. I'm gonna call you right back on my final diagnosis on this.
Okay. Yeah, and so I'm going to share with him about what was reported recently on the Netanyahu essentially trying to backtrack on the deal. I think that what Netanyahu is doing is I trust a snake to be a snake. And this looked good on its face. I think what Donald Trump was trying to do was trying to, you know, make himself look good by getting a deal done while still going, okay, just let me get this deal done to look good, and then you can do what you need to do. But then Netanyahu was like, nah, bump that. I'm not doing that. Right. And so Netanyahu essentially is busting up his rhythm. Right. He's busting up his groove, Donald Trump groove. Hello.
Call from an inmate at the Oakland County Jail. Three-way or call waiting is not allowed and may automatically disconnect this call. This call is also subject to being recorded or monitored, except for privileged communications between attorney and client. Please select from the following options. If you consent to this call being recorded, and to accept this call, dial 1 now. Call has been accepted.
All right, welcome back.
Thank you, man. Yeah, where was I at? No. Yes, people are going to keep giving Trump his victory lap like he's the peace president, but the truth is, we should have been calling for, these governments should have been calling for arms embargo. They should have been calling for ceasefires. And the same people are in power right now who's helping get this ceasefire and whatnot, but they getting some out of this deal. Trust and believe that. They getting some out of this deal. I don't believe none of these people want peace. I don't believe none of these people want these people to preserve their land. I believe there's always a catch, especially when it comes to the U.S. We're treating the natives of Palestine the same way we did the natives of this land. You know, we did a peace treaty with the natives here, and then we killed all the cattle. We killed all the buffalo. We poisoned the land. It's always something. It's always something. So I don't give these people an applause. Fuck it, because there's almost nobody left to kill at this point. You know, and I hope all the Palestinian people here in America, I hope one day that they can be able to make it back home peacefully and rebuild. I hope all the people who was displaced throughout the Middle East from Palestine can be able to make it home and rebuild peacefully. But I just don't see that being in the near future, especially with the U.S. government that we have now, and with the Israel military and their military might. They don't want peace. They don't want peace, because if peace is what they wanted, they would have reached a deal when Hamas had wanted a deal the first couple of times when they agreed to sign a ceasefire deal. They agreed to to not kill each other anymore and all this. You know, it's all fucking. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't trust none of these people. They are monsters. You know, and once you have so much blood on your hands, it's hard for me to look at you and be like, okay, well, you know, he can change. They can change. Like, no, they are monsters. And there's always something up with these people. So don't give these people too much credit. Don't give Trump too much credit, because he's a coward in his own way. You know, he's a coward. Biden is a coward. Benjamin Netanyahu is a coward. And long live the resistance, because without them, you know, Palestine would be in the hands of Benjamin Netanyahu right now. You know, so hopefully they can rebuild peacefully, but I just don't see that happening. So don't put down your guns right now. You know what I'm saying? Stay loaded, stay locked and loaded, because we're gonna need the movement. We're gonna continue to need the resistance movements, the resistance leaders out there, and the future generations. Hopefully, they can create a better future and secure their land from these colonizers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I want to read to you also some of the lead up to this. This is from Mohammed Shahada on Twitter. He says Netanyahu is sabotaging the ceasefire deal by changing the terms of the agreement last minute. And so I'm going to share my screen so that everybody else can read along with me, so they can see that too. It says Bibi is demanding, number one, the IDF does not reduce its presence in the Philadelphia corridor in phase 1 or draw by day 50, the exact opposite of the agreement. 2, no end to the war until Hamas agrees to Israel achieving the war's objectives of destroying Hamas as a militant group, disarming Gaza, and disposing the local government. In other words, that Hamas dismantles itself or the war in Gaza continues. It says both issues are not in the signed agreement. See below. Netanyahu is deliberately adding them last minute to ruin the ceasefire deal.
Yeah. Just like I said, you can't trust these people. As soon as you go to shake their hand, when you look down and it's just covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
Always. You know, their pens leak blood. You know, they write with blood. So I don't trust a colonizer when they say a ceasefire has been reached. You know, no ceasefire has been reached. The only way we can, reach an agreement is if when we get these people away from the negotiation table. Benjamin Netanyahu needs to be away from the negotiation table. He needs to be overthrown.
After the beep, please say your voice key passphrase. Your voice key has been successfully verified.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm good.
Yeah. Benjamin Netanyahu needs to be overthrown. He needs to be thrown out of power. He needs to be held accountable by the ICC and the ICJ. He needs to be in prison in order. The only way we're going to be able to reach a deal is by negotiating with the people of the land, not the leaders. These leaders always going to want something out of it, and they're going to always change the definition of these things. Because remember, they changed the definition of slavery. They changed the definition of resistance. They changed the definition of all these things just to make it, just so they can use these words against us. So, keep an open eye out for these people. They are not coming in good faith. These are colonizers, and we have to treat them accordingly. And once we turn our back and we think everything is said and done, they will stab us in our back. So keep your guard up. And yes, I'm not shocked, that he's trying to change or add new things to the ceasefire at the last minute. This is what they do. They did the same thing to the Patriot Act. They did the same thing to the NDAA. They did the same thing over and over and over again. It's the same old playbook by the same old colonizers. Nothing is going to change unless we make it change. That's why we say long live the resistance. This is why we say, Hamas is the future, because we can't have a future with Benjamin leading in Israel. He has to be overthrown. He has to be handed over to the prisons. And if the ICJ and the ICC don't hold him accountable, then the people are going to have to. And whether they do whatever they do, I can't say it, whatever they do, hopefully they just be careful with negotiation, with negotiating with America. But this is one thing Malcolm was talking about, getting people off of our negotiation tables, because every time we try to reach these type of deals, we have people like Benjamin. So just be careful, and long live the resistance, man, because it's going to be a long road. The ceasefire mean nothing with over 200,000 dead and over 1 million displaced.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I'm just hopeful. I'm seeing more of the Palestinian groups here in the United States grow. More people are joining their ranks to assist them with getting the word out. And so I'm happy to see that. So, yeah. But that was that part of the news. I'm just going to share again with everybody some of the efforts from Tour for the Poor, people on the ground that's doing this for this event that you're holding today. It says 2 full-ass baskets and 1 bad back later. And we have most of what we need for the 16th. Just need to get a couple of more things. Make another clothes trip, order a propane stove, and we should be good to go. None of this will be possible without y'all. So thank y'all. And here is the photos that were shared online for all the stuff that was bought so far for the Tour for the Poor.
We're going to have more updates later on today on the event. We're going to make sure we have that working class propaganda for you guys. We're going to have pictures of the event. I'm pretty sure they're going to take pictures together, hopefully some videos and whatnot. So far, right now, we have people on the ground, doing the damn thing. They're making sure people get coats, jackets, hats, blankets, making sure people are fed. It's nice, and we wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys. And I'm not gonna let these bars stop me from connecting my people. The next, we're gonna be planning on doing another event pretty soon. We're gonna do Well, depending on how it's looking, if I'm going to do time or not, or if I'm going to get out, we're still going to do an event. So I want to do a diaper event for the kids. We're going to try to get some toys, some diapers. I did 10,000 diapers last time. This time I want to do 20,000 diapers. We're going to get some toys for toddlers. We're going to get breast bumps for mothers, for newborns. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So we're gonna try to make the next event around babies and people with small children. So we're gonna try to plan that event out. Once Zarek gets some rest, he has been going hard. So shout out to Zarek, shout out to the Care Party, shout out to Tour for the Poor, to RBN, to all of you guys for making this happen. But thank you, yeah. And if you want to keep updated, you should follow me on Twitter, Rome from 6 Mile, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have more pictures up later on tonight. And my girlfriend Cheryl, I believe her Twitter is Shell313. I should be following her and whatnot, so you guys can see her posting updates. And I just want to thank everybody for contributing, donating, making this possible. We can't do it without you. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. I literally can't do this without you.
Yep, definitely wrong, man. Look, man, I'm telling you, you're doing the damn thing, even from behind some bars, bro. And I hope to be able to do what you do one day. I hope to grow up to be like you.
Shit, I'm trying to get like you,
man. Nah. You're doing a lot of stuff way earlier than I did. So
I only learn from the best, man. I only learn from the people around me.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
Y'all filled me with a lot of information, man. Y'all keep me going, keep me motivated, man. I need that in my life. I wouldn't be here without RBN, man. I really mean that. I got much love and respect for you, man. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish out your show. Thank you all for coming on. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on what's going on, how much time I'm gonna be facing, if I'm facing any time at all. So stay in touch. I'm pretty sure I'll be around.
all right, bro. Love you.
All right, love you more.
All right, bye-bye. Happy birthday, Rome. So that was a great conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And so, this is why we do mutual aid, is to help people. That mutual aid also helps us to be able to build each other up so that when it comes time for us to build dual power, to do what we need to do on the ground, it can be done. The stage is set, the platform, the foundation is laid, but you can't do it until you start to lay that foundation. You got to mix that concrete. You got to pour that concrete before, and you got to let that concrete cure. But you can't do it unless you're actually putting it all together. And that's what we have to do. This is what part of mutual aid and building dual power and organizing is all about. So then, Hassan Husseini can be in front of government representatives and ask us questions without being dragged out, so that we can have a social media apparatus that is a public good, that we don't have to worry about being silenced or censored on because governments don't like what we're talking about, or the fact that some billionaire owns it. We can actually have something that's by, of, and for the people. This is what mutual aid leads us to. Consider a leading to something like that. Well, with that being said, go ahead and give the stream a like. Appreciate it very much. You guys are making this successful. And let's go to some comments in the chat just to get some of the voice of the people, the voice of the peoples. I say that kind of weird. I said that kind of weird. Let me see. Black Ronin says there's some good old American freedom right there. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Emperor of Penguins says Rome. All Unsane coming in and saying all the best to Rome and JB. Thank you for including me. I appreciate that. Sulamoon says free Rome. Jimmy says stay strong Rome. Sakudo says stay strong Rome. Thank you. We have Lewis coming in saying what up Rome? Keep your head up. Absolutely. Tim Price, part of the RBA in Orlando chapter, says I don't believe either, not for a second. Yeah. I don't trust the snake. I trust the snake to be a snake. And that's an insult to snakes when I'm talking about Bibi Netanyahu. That man is a monster. He's not a man, he's a monster. The universe will correct. And that's all I'm going to say. The universe will correct. Sulamoon says they broke it down before it even started, from what I heard. Basically, that's basically what they tried to do because they didn't actually want a ceasefire. And the thing is like, I really do think Trump's trying to save face to try to make himself look like he's stronger than Biden. Trump's not stronger than Biden. Both Trump and Biden are weak. They just are. They're weak men with weak minds and weak hearts that do not deserve to be near any type of semblance of power. They're antiquated, belligerent old fools that deserve to be thrown into the dustbin of history. And I said what I said. Damn them. And they deserve also to be in orange jumpsuits. They deserve to be where Rome is, and Rome deserves to be out. It needs to be flipped. Killian Grigor says, Rome, hope you're doing well. Well, he's doing a lot better now, especially that conversation about apple pie. Tim Price says, Adelson didn't give Trump millions of dollars for nothing. This is a sham. Also, Elon didn't give Trump millions of dollars without a price. You know, I had to get that dig for Elon in there, right? Yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? ZG says, pretty sure they just finished a job. They can call whatever they can call it whatever they want, though. Yeah, I agree. Bad Wolf says, I'm with Rome on this one. Yeah, a lot of us are. Marlon says, happy birthday, Rome. We respect and love you. Absolutely. Kyrion saying hello to all the people said Detroit today, carrying Rome's flaming torch. Yep. Let me see. Oh, Tia says, oh, my daughter's birthday. Oh, I meant to mention that to Rome. I'm sorry. I had to start. It's my birthday today. My daughter's birthday. Happy birthday. I'm also a Capricorn, December 1st. Happy birthday to you. Wait, December 1st? December 1st is Sagittarius. I know because my boyfriend's a Sagittarius. And his birthday's later than yours. You got your dates right? Or maybe that's not December. I don't know. Child, I'm confused. Oh my goodness. Yes, Sula, you can never trust war criminals. And happy dear birthday to your daughter, Tia. And happy late birthday to you. Yep. Give him all the hugs. Hug him around his neck. Make him feel the pressure. Make him feel the love. Rondo said, this is a 6-week Obama-style ceasefire, like the alleged ceasefire for Ramadan. Krona says Netanyahu doing to postpone his corruption trial. I'm telling you, that man was, oof. See, I got to be careful what I say, because if I say what I really want to say, Official People's Party says, yeah, longest it will last is 4 years. Kate Max says that's all they care about. Money and resources. Purple Philosophy says Dr. Jekyll is still Mr. Hyde. Oceana says, great to hear your voice, Rome. All right. Thank you so very much. Good to see all these beautiful people. I haven't seen y'all in a while, but it's nice to see y'all. NK says, is Rome doing all right? Haven't heard from him in a minute. He's doing okay. He's doing all right. He's doing organizing and mutual aid work from behind bars. He's doing the damn thing. Let me see. Can I get to people who haven't said anything from a while? Savita says, happy birthday, Rome. Someone was just asking about you. Scott says, happy birthday, Rome. Thank you very much, Scott. Let me see. Zoe says, we're in the year of the snake. Yes, I think it starts at the end of January. That's when the Chinese New Year starts. I think it's February 1st. I think it is. So yeah, the year of the snake. We're just now ending the year of the dragon. And it's kind of interesting. I was born in the year of the rat. So it's a little bit different. But at the same time, what in the world? Sounded like tires screeching. Make sure nobody comes in through here. Anyway, I was born in the year of the rat. So that's, kind of interesting for me. And those of you who are into numerology, did you know that Rome is an 11 life path? That's also interesting too. Edward Coates says, power to the people. Rome is doing his thing. I think that's what you meant to say. He's doing his thing. Yep, absolutely. Roger says, JB, update info on DM from James Lee regarding Red Note. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at that. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Edward, you're singing, you're preaching to the choir. Says, what's up, JB? Trump is no different from Biden. They care about themselves. Absolutely. Black Una Griffin says, happy birthday. Absolutely. Why am I yawning? My blood pressure might be low. That might be what it is. When you yawn, sometimes that also signifies your blood pressure being low. Roger says, happy birthday, Rome. If you want to roam around the world. Roam around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know where, I don't know why he's going away, and I don't know where he can be. My baby, I'm gonna find him. No, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sing to y'all ear no more. I don't want y'all ears to start bleeding. All right, Dana Fairbanks been holding it down. Dana said, oh, you said you were born in the year of the pig. That's interesting. Yeah. And I was born on an 11 day. Interesting. Roger says, B-52's JB, not Lisa Stanfield. Wait, Lisa Stanfield, was that a cover from them? Because I know Lisa Stanfield. That's the song. For me, that's the original, right? Was it a B-52 song? Roger? Let me know. Because Yeah. Rondo said that's the song that's going to be in my head for the rest of the day. Oh, separate song. Oh, okay. All right. Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm an 80s and 90s baby. You know that. I am an 80s and 90s baby, man. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Oh gosh. Let's play this. Hold on. Shit.
So I have some good and bad news about Red Note, and you better buckle up for this one. First off, the good news, I'm loving it. The good vibes, the cultural exchange, the sticking it to the U.S. government attitude, amazing. I would love to see the look on Tom Cotton's face right now. People are comparing medical bills. People are having straight up conversations with each other about the Freemasons. And apparently Luigi is a big cultural icon in China, which is wild. With all this backtracking going on right now, it's probably safe to say that the TikTok ban is going to probably go down as the biggest propaganda war blunder of all time. Which leads me to the bad news. Somebody posted, Gen Z is immigrating to Red Note to continue to speak about Gaza and Israel's crimes. They can ban TikTok all they want. Nothing will stop the tsunami of change that this genocide has created. Except they kind of can, and I think they already are. So it's been reported in the Financial Times, this is where I'm getting this article from, Xiaohongshu, which is Red Note, China's fastest growing social media platform, has gained the backing of venture capital firm DST Global in a rare example of foreign investors putting money into a tech sector that it has largely shunned since Beijing's crackdown. Who is DST Global and why are they investing in China? Let's take a look. All right, DST Global is a venture capital and private equity firm that primarily invests in late-stage internet companies. And it was founded by a guy named Yuri Milner. And Yuri Milner is an Israeli investor and science philanthropist. Awesome. So yeah, this kind of speech on Red Note probably won't last too long because you better believe Yuri Milner is getting a lot of calls right now, probably from this guy and this group. But hey, by all means, keep the party going as long as you can on Red Note. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing, but kind of sucks that party's always got to be ruined by, I'm not going to say.
Colonizers destroy everything. I can't, oh my God. Well, that took a little wind out of my sail. I mean, it's important that we know, but thanks for sharing, Roger. Womp womp. But with that being said, we're going to head on out because I got to get ready for the stream for RBN. Got to be a Savvy and JB show this evening. So I hope you guys all move over to there when we actually have a conversation about inventors too. And we're going to be talking about Black inventors in relation to capitalism. This is going to be an interesting conversation I want to get into. And you know I got to get into it with my sister Savvy because it's going to be, we got to talk. We got to talk. All right, we're going to talk. And it's going to be interesting because I'm going to be juxtaposing. Just show up. Just show up. I'm not even going to tell y'all what exactly I'm going to say because I don't want to give it. I don't want to give it away. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys have not, you guys see it scrolling out the bottom for donation for Torah for the Poor, and then I will be ramping up the fundraiser for Orlando RBN chapter so that we can get into pushing for what we want to do here on the ground here in Orlando. So we'll be doing that. And yes, just continue to keep doing what you can, because ultimately we have to save ourselves. And this goes to show exactly what Rome was saying, especially about the venture capitalists, these, venture capitalists owning these, private equity firms owning, now Zhao Hongshu might be owned, or they're trying to own this app because they saw on and pop and they were like, oh, there's money there, right? See what happens? So short of actually short of actually being able to go to Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok, short of that, this is why we have to come together ourselves and do what we can to build community, so then we can have true solidarity with people across the world too. Kenjara says, happy birthday, Rome, my man. Thank you very much, Kenjara. So thank you very much for everybody for tuning in for this beautiful 90 minutes. So I hope you guys have yourself a beautiful day. I'm not going to do my typical leave out style because this is special, but water your plants, water yourselves, leave the world better than you found it. Smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them, give them if you got them. Help out your neighbors, even if it's giving a good listening ear and an open heart. All right. I'll catch you guys on the Sabby and JB show in 90 minutes from now. You guys have yourself a good one. And more forehead kisses from me and more forehead kisses from Rome, because that's the type of dudes we are. Bye-bye, everybody.